So the first thing that you need to understand when you're playing Neon is just how timings work in the game. So basically, her movement speed is really strong in the sense that it can manipulate what you think you know about where the enemies can be. So say, for example, the spawn barrier comes down. It's right about here. And it takes me this long to peek the angle normally. We're going to go do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 4 paces, you know. So this player from long is going to expect this from a normal player, right? Round starts, I swing, and then they peek. And then I might be able to pre-fire them. But I know as a player, I can get to this angle before they can. So I'm not really prepared to take a gunfight immediately. But with an agent like Neon, round starts, 1, 2, oh, I'm already peeking, right? It's almost like double the speed of the other player. So I might be able to get to this angle before them. I'm not sure if this angle is necessarily the one that I could reach before it, but there are definitely angles in the game that you can peek way before enemies expect you to peek them, right? So, for example, a good angle or a good example of this, I wish I could go back and look at the clip of this, but you can run straight up garage and peek them like that way before they're expecting it. Say, like, round starts, barrier comes down, I'm holding this, or maybe I'm not even holding this. Maybe I'm just kind of like standing here, and I don't realize that she can peek me that quickly. She can just run straight up mid and just go for one of these. I had a play on Neon recently where this is something that we used to run before Neon was even in the game, where we have our KO knife the doorway, we have somebody smoke window, and if the knife doesn't hit anything, we know that nobody is on the ground floor of garage, which means you can book it straight through the garage with that smoke, and you can catch the C player really off guard, because he doesn't anticipate this timing, because most people don't just hold W through garage. Now, this was before a Neon was added to the game that we would run this play. Now, imagine with Neon added to the game. Knife hits the door, gets the info really quickly, smoke lands, Neon straight through garage, runs straight through, I'm ready to fight C-site. You know, it's like, this happens so quickly that players, especially at this point in time, if you're watching this course early on, you're getting the advantage, because they haven't tuned their brain to like be prepared for that sort of stuff yet. These Neon plays come really fast, and you can abuse these timings so hard, honestly. Say, for example, we start the round as defense, and offense is always going to beat you to this corner, right? Round starts, like, they're 100%, they're going to beat you here. They can beat you before you can even get into cubby here. They can swing it, and they'll see you, right? You can't just walk it up into cubby. But with Neon, now, say, for example, round starts, breach flash, Neon's running up, and then you can, like, jump into the slide. Sorry, the jump is kind of, or the slide's kind of hard to get sometimes, because if you use it in the air, it's actually not going to activate. But when you hit the ground, you can slide. So right click in air doesn't work. Right click when you hit the ground will work. So you're gonna mess this up a couple times, and you're gonna hate yourself for it. But yeah, it does happen. But yeah, like I was saying, you hit the flash. Neon's running down long at the start of the round, slides into it, and is able to pick up maybe a kill or two off of these flash targets. This timing's gonna catch people off guard. People are not used to this timing, right? So that's why timings are so important in a Neon. That's how you're going to abuse them in your games. Just try to keep in mind what enemies know, and how you can use it to your advantage. So say, for example, we'll do one more, right? We'll come over here. So how long does it take for somebody to peek short? Well, normally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe like 5 paces, 5 seconds or something like that. Obviously these weren't full seconds, but now for Neon, how long does it take? 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's about 3. Like a little bit over 3. So it's like this peak is going to come a lot sooner than enemies are expecting, and it's a little bit of a larger distance, which is actually kind of nice because it distorts the timing that much, right? Say it's only like 3 seconds, so you can cut that down to like maybe 1.5, 2. But like still, it's going to feel around the same time, just a little bit earlier. But like right here, this is going to be a lot earlier than people are expecting, and you can go for that peak. So just little things like that. This might be when they're like already clearing long, and like then they aim at sewers or something. But no, it's kind of cool. You can also swing wider than people are expecting too. So it's like you do something like you jump wider, or when you slide wider. So they're expecting to take the duel like right here, and then if you slide into it, obviously it's a little aggressive. You're very committal at this point, but you can definitely catch players off guard. I wouldn't recommend doing this, by the way. This is just an example. I wouldn't recommend sliding down short and fighting people. Little aggro, but you know. Maybe you end up getting the Twitter clip and you kill like 5 people with it. But yeah, so we're gonna move on with the Neon course, and hopefully this is helpful for you guys.